All right, welcome to the Virtue Bowling Supply YouTube channel, your go-to place for non-staff, non-biased, multi-style reviews. My name is Chris, and I will bring a high-rev perspective.
And my name is Josh, and I will be bringing a low-rev perspective.
Today we'll be diving into the brand new Track Stealth mode, and I will be comparing it to the Phaze II and the Hammer Effect Tour.
And I will be comparing it to the Summit Ascent and the Sublime Focus. These comparisons will give us and you an idea of what these pieces will look like on the lane. At the end, we will give our honest, non-biased review anywhere from nuts to trash. So make sure to smash that like button, and we'll see you out on the lanes.
Alrighty, initial thoughts on the stealth mode. This is the first trackball that I've drilled in quite a long time, and it was actually really good going down the lane. I typically like seeing those symmetric, solid symmetric balls that are a little bit smoother, but for what we're bowling on right now, I think it's just a little bit too much ball. If it was able to get through it a little bit more in the front part of the lane, I think it'd be a little bit better for what we're bowling on right now. But I actually really liked how smooth it was off the end of the pattern for sure. So now we're going to go ahead and compare it to the Phaze II. After seeing the Phaze II go down the lane, compared to the stealth mode, I think it's maybe just a hair cleaner than the stealth mode is. I think the stealth mode is probably one of the more earlier type symmetric solids that I've seen in a while. So the Phaze II just gets down the lane just a little bit easier and is a little bit more angular than the stealth mode is. So now we're going to go ahead and compare it to the Hammer Effect Tour. All right, after seeing the Hammer Effect Tour go down the lane, even though this is a asymmetric ball, I still think that it was a little bit cleaner than the stealth mode was. I had an easier time to get it through the front part of the lane. I may have had to move a little bit to the left and kind of open up my angles a little bit more, just because I see a little bit more angle with the Hammer Effect Tour. The change of direction was quite a bit sharper than the stealth mode was. The stealth mode was a little bit more of a rounded kind of archy shape, as where the Hammer Effect Tour in comparison was a little bit more angular and a little bit sharper off the end of the pattern. Alrighty, final thoughts on the stealth mode. For what we're bowling on right now, it didn't look the best, just because there wasn't as much oil on the lane. I feel like this one will definitely be a little bit better when there's quite a bit more oil on the lane, when the pattern maybe gets a little bit flatter. The earlier, smoother, symmetric balls definitely need a little bit more oil to look really good going down the lane. So I'm going to have to give it a meh. But I think I'm actually hopeful to see what this one looks like on different patterns and patterns with a little bit more oil.
Wrapped up throwing 10 shots with the Track Stealth mode. This ball is definitely pretty good. Very forward, very early, still gave that symmetric shape, but I can see this being used definitely in more of the sport aspect, keeping that angle more in front of you, not opening it as much. I played a little bit further right, and it just continued, and the further left I got, it didn't stop. I was able to get it to the friction, but it was still maintainable. It didn't want to go sideways off of it, which is something I like to see when they do get clipped like these conditions here. So now we're going to go ahead and throw 5 shots with the Summit Ascent and see how it compares. Threw 5 shots with the Summit Ascent, and this ball is more of a ball that I would choose for the conditions currently. It does have a pin down layout on it, which I think helped it be a little bit smoother and get through the friction just a little easier than the Track Stealth mode. But still not 100% confident in the ball motion. If I got it a little in, I really wasn't confident that it was going to get off spot. But if I got it to the friction, the ball definitely did the right thing. So now we're going to go ahead and throw 5 shots with the 900 Sublime Focus. Wrapped up throwing the Sublime Focus, and this ball had fresh surface on it, so it did hook pretty early. Not the best shots as well, a little operator error, but it definitely forced me to even loft the ball, which is not in my A game. As a low-rev player, I like to keep it more in front of me, but I had to open up the angles, even though as I threw the shots, I really wasn't confident in that, but the pattern forced me to do that. So not the ball I would choose for what's out there right now. Did not give me any sort of reaction that I like to see for what's out there right now. Final thoughts on the track stealth mode. Overall, I think this ball is going to fit well in a lot of people's bags. I think it's going to be a strong symmetric that you can keep in front of you, but still get it off spot. I also think it's forward enough to where you can throw it on multitudes of patterns. So at the end of the day, I'm going to give this ball a fire rating. I struck a pretty good amount with it, even though the lanes are pretty clipped, but it still gave me a predictable reaction, no matter if I got a little in, I got a little right. So yeah.
We hope you found this video useful. As always, if you like videos like this, make sure you hit subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.